Okay, so we're going to show you how to strap an ankle today. So we've got Brandon here, and we're going to just go through a couple of stages here, so possibly we could you could learn how to do it yourself, or if you need some help with that, obviously you can come in and see us here at Lexington Physio. So the most commonly injured ligament in the body is the ATFL, just the ligament across here, and then the second most is another one around here when we roll our ankle in this particular direction as we land awkwardly, and we don't have to do that necessarily in sport, but we do it, you know, maybe falling off the gutter or down a set of stairs or something like that. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So to support your ankle, this is kind of at the latter stage of the rehab, when we've already established that we're able to return to some sort of physical activity in sport. We're going to make sure, first of all, that Brandon keeps his ankle at that 90 degrees there. We'll start off with doing an anchor. Alright, now you might need a pair of scissors to cut the tape. Alright, make sure that's nice and smoothly down. I'm going to strap it, so I'm going to pull him around in this direction, because if I pull him and start the tape in that direction, it'll kind of end up stretching that a little bit more. So we're always starting from the inside. I think that's really, really important. Lay that down flat there, and then pulling upwards. This is called a stirrup. Okay, there's one. And if I'm going to just overlap that by about half, and then pull up there. Now we might end up doing 2 or 3 of them, depending on the stage and severity of the ankle injury. So I'll do 3 to show you the 3 of them. Another important point when we're doing this, there's a little bone at the base of your little toe. You can see it where it drops into there. Whatever you do, don't sort of strap over that, because that's going to affect your foot, and it's going to just irritate your foot mechanics. Keep it 90 degrees there for me. Still coming from the inside, we're going to do a figure 6, which is the next stage. So now, instead of going up to the side, we're actually going to go across the foot here. Alright, make sure it's all nice and smooth down so it sticks, and make sure it sort of keeps it nice and strong. And then I'm just going to repeat that for a second time. Again, just a little bit of an overlap there to make sure we cover a bigger area. Okay? Alright, a couple more to go. Now just an ankle lock. Start a little bit of a diagonal over that little bump on the side of your ankle there, across the Achilles, and then briefly on the other side, and then it comes up and again over the front there, making sure again you get a good connection there, and then the same thing the other direction. So we're just locking the ankle there. A little bit tricky, this one, so easy to show you how to do that with a bit of dummy tape, where you tape it back onto itself. Alright, and last but not least, the locking off stage. Now don't forget, we need to have this diagnosed correctly before we tape it this particular way, because if you tape it wrong, you actually could be irritating it more. So to get a full diagnosis, you'll need to come and see Ash or I to make sure that's done, and then we can show you how to tape it here and do it for the first time for yourself. Ta.